start with the exercise 6.5 now. The first question, it is mentioned that the sides of the triangles are given here. We have to determine which of them are right angle triangles, and if it is a right angle triangle, then we have to write down the length of the hypotenuse. Okay, so we'll use theorem, that is the converse of Pythagoras theorem 6.9. So let us see that all the three sides they have given. I do the square of all the sides here. I do the square of 7, so I'll get 49. Square of 24, that is 576. And I'll do the square of 25, that is equals to 625. Now check that whether the sum of these two, 49 plus 576, what that value is. 9 plus 6, 5. It is 2 and it is 6. So we can say that the square of this 2 is equals to this 2. So as we discussed in the previous, that is the converse of Pythagoras theorem, the sum of the square of the other two sides is equals to third one. So we can say that it exists. It is, this all are the sides of right angle triangle. So we can say it is a right angle triangle. Now one more thing is asked, that what is the hypotenuse. So we can say hypotenuse is the largest side, and that is 25 centimeter. The largest side given among all the three, which is the largest, is considered as the hypotenuse. One more question do. Second number. Here the sides they have given 3, 8, 3 centimeter, 8 centimeter and 6 centimeter. Again we have to do the square of all this. I will do the square of 3, which comes 9. Square of 8, that is 64. And square of 6, that is 36. We'll do the sum of this two. That is 9 plus 36, which comes 45, which is not equals to 64. So we can see that it does not exist the converse of Pythagoras. So we can say it is not a right angle triangle. It is not a right angle triangle. So when it is not a right angle triangle, so there is no need to show that which is the hypotenuse. Now two more questions are there. So students, that is for you as an assignment. Let us start with the question number 3. Question 2 I am not doing here. That is one of the proof of the given question number 3. Let me complete this. You will understand which one is used to complete the question number 2. So here in the question they have given the triangle ABD. Angle A is right angle. AC is given perpendicular to BD. So we have to show this thing. If you recall, or if you have seen the Pythagoras theorem, the video of that which I prepared, so in that you can clearly understand that this two, that is AB square and AD square, of this two we have already proved. We'll do it again here. So let us see that how we are going to prove this. So first we'll show the correspondence between two triangles. That is the main triangle ABD and one of the smaller one, that I'll take triangle ABC. I'll show the similarity between these two triangles using angle criteria. In BAD angle A is right angle and in ABC angle C is right angle. So both are right angles here. One more, you can see that angle B is common in both of them. So I'll use that also. That is the common angles. So angle criteria exists. So this both the triangles are similar. So you can see that A corresponds with C, A corresponds with C, and B corresponds with B. So automatically D corresponds with A. I have used angle criteria. We know that when the two triangles are similar, the corresponding sides are in proportion. So I will write AB upon BC is equals to BD upon AB. This is I have written the corresponding part of similar triangles, CPST. So now when I'll do the cross multiplication, I'll get AB square is equals to BD into BC. Hence you can see I have proved the first one. I obtained it. Now we'll prove the third, then we'll move towards the second one. For the third, again I'll take the correspondence between the main triangle, that is triangle ABD, and the smaller one, that is triangle ACD. I'll show the correspondence. So again in ABD you can see that we have written already that angle A is right angle, and in ACD that angle C is right angle. Again one angle is common and that is D. So we can write that BDA is same as ADC. That is both are the common angles. So we can see that we have proved here the angle criteria. So we can say that these two triangles are similar. A similar to C or corresponds, D corresponds to D, so obviously B corresponds to A. Again we have used angle criteria. Again we can say the corresponding sides are in proportion. So we can see AB upon AC is equals to BD upon AD is equals to AD upon CD. This is we have written corresponding part of similar triangles. You can see that we'll use this too because AD and AD, so we obtain AD square, so we are not going to use this. So if I do the cross multiplication of this two, so I'll get AD square is BD into CD. So we obtain the third one also. Hence we prove the third one. Now let's see how we can prove the second one. So look at this first similarity, that is between triangle ABD is similar to triangle CBA, and triangle ABD is similar to triangle CAD. So you can see that ABD is common here. So we know that by using the reflexivity condition. Reflexivity मतलब समझ लो, if A is same as B, B is same as C, so automatically we can say that A is same as C. अगर A और B equal है, B और C equal है, तो हम बता सकते हैं कि A और C same है. Similarly we can take that this triangle is similar to this. You can see the order is same. अगर यहाँ पे ABD और यहाँ पे BAD लिखा होता तो हमें थोड़ा चेंज करना पड़ता. So I knew that, इसीलिए मैंने यहाँ पे ABD और the same order I have written. तो ABD similar CBA है and ABD is similar to this. Therefore we can say that this triangle CBA, it should be in the same order to similar CAD. By using the reflexivity we can say. Again these two are similar. So we'll use the corresponding sides are in same ratio. BC upon AC is equals to AC upon CD. Now I'll do the cross multiplication. We write down CPST. So I'll get AC square is equals to BC into CD. Hence we can see that we have proved the second one also. So this is not so difficult. It is correlated with the Pythagoras theorem, but the third one is interesting. Let's prove the question number 4 here. It is given that in triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle and angle C is right angle. So as C is right angle, so this is the hypotenuse and obviously this two must be the equal sides. Because as we know in a right angle triangle, hypotenuse is the largest side. So it is an isosceles right angle triangle, so these two sides which are forming right angle, they are equal. So in ABC, C is right angle, so AC and BC are equal sides. We have to prove that AB square is 2 times AC square. So it's quite simple and easy. So let's note it down in triangle ABC. Angle C is right angle. I'll use Pythagoras theorem. You can write using theorem 6.8. अगर आपको याद नहीं रहता तो. Using Pythagoras theorem, we can say the square of the hypotenuse is equals to sum of the square of the other two sides. But as we discussed earlier, it is given into the data that AC is same as BC. So we can write AB square is equals to AC square plus AC square. Instead of BC, I have written AC. Now AC square plus AC square, that comes 2AC square. So hence we prove it. It is one of the easiest proof we have to do. Let us continue with the question number 5. It is the converse of the previous question. So again it is given that in triangle ABC, it's an isosceles, though AC and BC are same, and it is given AB square is 2AC square. We have to prove that it is a right angle triangle. That means angle C is right angle. So let's just note it down whatever given. So they have given in triangle ABC, AC is same as BC. One more thing is given that AB square is 2AC square. So this 2AC square, I will split it as AC square plus AC square. But as we have given into the question data AC is same as BC, so I can write AB square is AC square plus BC square. We can write by using the converse of Pythagoras theorem, that is theorem 6.9. If the square of one side of a triangle is equals to sum of the square of the other two sides, then the opposite angle of the first side is right angle. So we can say that angle C is right angle. Hence we have proved it. So this one is also quite easy if we compare with the previous one. Hello students, let's start again one of the most important question of this exercise. Question number 6. It is given that triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle where the length of all the sides is 2a. There are three altitudes, AD which perpendicular to BC, BE which is perpendicular to AC, and CF which is perpendicular to AB. We have to find out the length of all this altitude. Okay. So as in triangle ABC, the length of all the three sides are same. AB is BC is same as AC, and that is equals to 2a. Whatever the length of altitude we obtain, remember students, that will be the formula which can be used as in the objectives. So let me just draw the triangle here. As it is an equilateral triangle, students, remember, whenever you construct an altitude, that also becomes a median. Dubara ek baar. Whenever we construct an altitude in a right angle triangle, so remember this altitude is also considered as the median. That means D is, as it is given that AD is perpendicular to BC, so we can also say that D is the midpoint of BC. So we can come to the value here that BD is half of half of BC. So BD is equals to, as the length of BC is 2a, so half of 2a, that is equals to a. So we'll obtain the value of BD. Now you can see that for triangle ABD, the value of D, that is 90, the angle I am talking. So we'll use Pythagoras. The square of the hypotenuse AB is equals to sum of the square of the other two sides. AD square plus BD square. This is I have written from theorem 6.8, which is also written as Pythagoras. The value of AB that we have, it's equals to 2a. AD we have to find out, and the length of BD which we obtain as a. Square of 2a, that is 4a square, is equals to AD square plus a square. I'll take this a square left hand side, will become 3a square. So AD square is 3a square. So the length of AD is root 3 into a. Remember students, this is the length of the altitude which we obtain in a right angle triangle. If the length of this is 2a. So as we know that all the lengths of altitudes are same. So AD is same as BE is same as CF. So the length of all the altitudes in this equilateral triangle is root 3.